Hello everyone. So today we are going to discuss regarding the geography current affairs from October 7th to October 12th. So the last year current affairs are somewhat very tricky and very most important current affairs we have got this week. Okay. So the first and foremost important topics of this week are landslides are there in the news, Sabarimala Temple, Sir Creek issue, India UK Maritime Exercises, Global Maritime Steward Council, ESTIC Conference, INS Androth. Obviously, we have our local geography, Central Tribal University, which was in a news in this week, and swell waves and role of Sri Lanka. So this topic is very important. Actually, we know the waves, the difference between the tides, the waves, and what are the different kind of waves in the oceans and seas we are going to see. So exactly the same waves, the waves name is called as swell waves, where you can see these kind of waves in a recent time. Okay, so this is one of the most interesting topic of this week. And another important thing is the withdrawal of southwest monsoon season. So what are the characteristics of the southwest monsoon? That is very important. Characteristics are very important. You know that today in the globalization, because of some of the climate changes, you can see the heavy rainfall is taking place in the few areas. For example, there is a place in Amirpet, there is a place in Panjagutta. So the distance is only 1 kilometer, but you can see heavy rainfall in the Amirpet, but you cannot see even just of a spell of rains in the Panjagutta. So these kind of some variations are there because of the characteristics. There is a change of characteristics in the southwest monsoon season. So that is also we are going to discuss. And the next is Damodar River, Tikir and Siddhi tribal community. So that is also one of the most important news. This was covered in this week, which is related to the geography. And Coco Islands and Migla Pass and Supermoon celestial body. So these are the major important topics where you can go through this week. Okay, and basically this week, obviously, you know, there is a war between Israel and Palestine. So mostly in the UPSC, the geography, they are asking the questions regarding the places or regarding the map pointing. So go through complete map pointing while you are going to the examination. Particularly the Europe, they are much concentrating on the European nations. At the same time, the Middle East Asia. What are the Middle East Asian countries? Iran, Iraq, Azerbaijan, Uzbekistan. So these kind of places, basically the examinations and examiners are concentrating on it. So try to understand the map pointing. Okay, so map pointing, they are focusing majorly on the Middle East countries. At the same time, they are also focusing on the European countries also. So try to understand the dynamism, how they are asking the questions in the geography. Mostly in the international countries, mostly the mapping. Apart from this, they are directly going for the physical geography. So these kind of variation you can see in the geography current affairs, both in the TSPSC as well as also in the APPSC, and even in UPSC also you can see the same variations. Okay, so this is about I wanted to tell you regarding the geography current affairs. Geography current affairs, it's purely related to the physical geography. While you are very famous or while you are very familiar in studying the physical geography and its characteristics, when you have a basic idea of characteristics, you can easily go through the physical geography current affairs. Okay, for example, today's topic we are discussing regarding the landslides. So if you know the landslides, what are the different kind of motions? Okay, creep motion, slow motion. Okay, what are the different kind of the earth systems? When you know that kind of things, definitely it is easy for you to understand the current affairs. Okay, so the first topic is landslides in the West Bengal. So why it is in news? That is very important. Why it is in news? What are the basic thing of the landslide and what are the resolutions the government is taking? Okay, so what is the landslides in the West Bengal? Obviously, you know, landslides are the examples of which examples? Erosional landforms, depositional landforms. We have two types of landforms are there. Okay, in the erosional landforms of the hill slopes, we will be getting the topic called as the landslides. Okay, landslides comes under the creep motion. Okay, slow and creep. There are two types of the submotions are there. The landslides are the creep motion. So why landslides will occur? When there is a heavy rainfall, when there is a heavy rainfall on the hill slopes, obviously what happened, the land is going to slowly, it is going to eradicate from the bottom layers of the soil. So finally what happened, the land is going to shrink, and finally the landslides are going to occur. So this is mainly occurs in the West Bengal region, mainly they occur in the Kerala and all these regions where we can see the most dangerous landslides in the recent times. You have seen the landslides in the recent times. Kerala, you can see the Vayanad in the last 3 or 4 months back. You can see in the Vayanad there is a heavy landslides you can see in the West Bengal. Okay, so what is torrential rains which was fallen in the West Bengal region from October 5th to October 11th triggered multiple landslides, particularly in the Darjeeling and the Kalimpong hill regions of the West Bengal. Okay, the West Bengal government is coordinating with the Gorkha Land Territorial Administration to find a land for long-term resettlement of the wiped out villages. The most important point here you should understand is October 2025 Darjeeling landslides. So Darjeeling means, obviously you know, it's a hillock region. So why landslides are occur means continuous heavy rainfall. Okay, the continuous heavy rainfall, steep terrain, blocked streams, waterlogging, deforestation, human settlement pressure. So these are the 4 points. So they will be asking directly in the topic itself in the geography. How they will ask, what are the factors responsible for the landslides means you can easily write. Option A, steep terrain. Option 2, blocked streams. Option 3, waterlogging, and D is all the above. So option is all the above. Okay, so here there is a landslide classification is there. So you can look at the figure of India. Landslide classification is there. So the complete Western Ghats, you can see here the landslides are very high. Okay, very high and medium. Okay, why? Because the Western Ghats and Eastern Ghats, we have 2 types of Ghats in India. Western Ghats are made up of high rocky coast. Okay, the Eastern Ghats are made up of the low rocky coast. So when you look at the high rocky coast, what happens? High rocky coasts are dominated by the erosional landforms. This coastal landforms, particularly the Eastern Ghats, are dominated by depositional landforms. Okay, this thing you should remember, and this question was simultaneously they are asking in the examination. This is a core theory. What you should understand? The Western Ghats are dominated by the erosional landforms. Eastern Ghats are dominated by the depositional landforms. So because of these erosional landforms, you can see the heavy downpour of the this kind of rains and the hillock region. So that is the reason you can see in the complete entire Western Ghats, you can see the landslides. Next is Sabarimala Temple. This is also in the news. So why it is in news? That is very important. There is some controversies going in the Sabarimala Temple. Okay, that is nothing but that there is a decrease of gold size. Okay, of the after remodeling the plates fitted to the Dwarapalakas of the main deity. Simple thing. The controversy regarding the Sabarimala Temple is the temple is going to run by the Travancore Devasam Board, TDB. Okay, Sabarimala Temple is located in the Pattanamthitta district of Kerala state. Okay, why it is important means Sabarimala is located in a very crucial place where we have a Periyar Tiger Reserve. Okay, Sabarimala Temple nearby we have a Periyar Tiger Reserve. Okay, so if any topic which is coming into the news, definitely you should tune that topic to the geography. So that gives you a much impetus. So that is the reason the Sabarimala Temple is related to geography in the location. Okay, particularly Sabarimala Temple situated in the Nilagiri Hills in the deep forests of the Periyar Tiger Reserve. Okay, and one of the most important point regarding Sabarimala Temple is, you know, there is a HCRE Act. Okay, have you heard this thing? Okay, HRCE Act, Hindu Religious and the Charitable Endowments Act. HRCE, Hindu Religious and Charitable Endowment Act. So what this act is regulated? This act has came to regulate the temple authority. So from this act only the endowments department has formed. Obviously, you know what is the duty of endowments? They are going to control the temple without to maintain the equality. In the ancient and the olden days, you can see that the temples are restricted to only few caste. So other caste, they are not going to enter into a temple. So that is the reason the government has completely taken over the control by adopting HRCA, Hindu Religious and the Charitable Endowments Act. Why it is important means this temple is exempted from the HRCA Act 1992. So this question may appear in the polity also. Okay, this temple is exempted from the Hindu Religious and Charitable Endowments Act. Not only this temple, there are few temples are there which are exempted from this act. It means that this entire temple is going to control by their own Devasam board. Okay, so that is very important. Next topic in this week is Sir Creek issue. Okay, you know Sir Creek issue. What is Sir Creek? Okay, there are some geographical terms are there. Creek, okay, estuary, okay, and even you have some strait, gulf. So these are the different kind of a terminology. First of all, you should understand. Okay, these you don't confuse. Okay, creek, strait, gulf. Okay, and apart from all these things, the one and only common thing is the land area. The land area is very narrow. Then what we call it as a creek. Okay, if the land area is somewhat bulged, then you can call it as a estuary, where the directly river water is very entering into the sea. That place we call it as a estuary. So next estuaries, next is delta. Delta is going to again bulge into the different areas called as strait, and very bulging area you can see the gulf. Okay, so this is the simple difference. Okay, so Sir Creek issue. Sir Creek remains a sensitive and ongoing dispute between India and Pakistan. The location of Sir Creek is very important. Okay, there are two gulfs are there in the Gujarat state. One is Gulf of Khambat and another one is Gulf of Kutch. Okay, so when you look at a Gujarat map will be in a different manner. Okay, so there you can see the Kutch dispute region you can see there, because there is a very narrow region where there is a marshland is there. Marshland means in summer it is going to dry. Okay, in rainy season it is going to become a river. So these kind of a marshy land tracks you can see in the Gulf of Kutch region. So there the Pakistan is claiming that this area is there, it's the Pakistan's region. So the Pakistan is also claiming that we have a right to make some fishing area in the Sir Creek issue. So because of this issue only we have fought the India-Pakistan war in the 1965. Again, this topic has came recently in this week because Rajnath Singh, our Defense Minister of India, has again warned that we are going to take up the Sir Creek issue. Okay, so that is the reason the boundary delimitation of India and Pakistan once again has came into the news. Okay, so definitely they are going to ask a question on the Sir Creek issue regarding their location. Okay, so here you can see mainly the fishing rights and strategic and economic significance is very important. Okay, Sir Creek lies in the area that could be important for offshore drilling and future oil and gas exploration. So that is the reason that region so called as a marshy tract, which is very important for the mineral resources as well as also for the fishing zone also. So that is the reason Sir Creek is playing a very important role in the India-Pakistan issues. And you can see in the map this entire area is going to claimed by the India, disputed by the Pakistan. Okay, so this area they are going to claim. See, all these things, all these gaps, what we call, these are called as a creeks, streets. Okay, all these things you can see here. This is entire region is Pakistan and this is Gujarat region. Okay, so these entire region, it is a marshy tract. Okay, these are all called as a marshy tracts where the land is going somewhere, sometime it is going to become land and sometimes it is going to become like a water. So because of this reason there is some issue is happening there. Okay, next important is India-UK wartime exercises. Okay, India-UK wartime exercises, this is important for you in defense and as well as also in the geography current affairs. The exercise name is Konkan 2025. What is the name of the India-UK wartime exercise? It is Konkan exercise. Okay, We have a lot of exercises are the military exercises. India, UK, India, France is Varuna exercise. Okay, India, Japan, India, USA. Okay, Malabar exercises. India, USA, and Japan. Okay, so we have a lot of military exercises are there. You go through all the military exercises. You try to write all the military exercises in your book and go through when you are going to the examination. Okay. So here the most important exercise is happening in the off west coast of India, that is west in the nearby Cochin. Okay, so these kind of questions are also they are asking. Simply we are reading military exercise, but in the examination they are also asking the location where it is happening. So better you go somewhat depth while reading the current affairs. Okay, from 5th October to 12th October 2025, this exercise is happening in India. So it is happening at the west coast of India, where the Kochi place is important for, it is a Southern Naval Command headquarters. Okay, in Indian Navy we have 3 headquarters. Where are those? Mumbai has the Western Naval Command, Calcutta has Eastern Naval Command, and the Kochi has the Southern Naval Command. Okay, so Kochi is the headquarters of Southern Naval Command. Okay, next topic is Global Maritime Steward Council. Okay, Maritime Steward Council, it is also in the news. That is nothing but an international non-profit organization that sets globally recognized science-based standards for sustainable fishing and seafood traceability. Okay, so obviously you know that our economy, Indian economy, is going forward. Basically they are diverting the primary sector from agriculture to the livestock, fishing, and the forestry. So you know that in the primary sector we have the 4 sectors are there. In the subsectors of agriculture, what are those? Crops, livestock, fishing, and the forestry. So now the government is acquiring the untapped potential of the livestock, fishing, and forestry. So the government is mostly boosting the fishing sector. So that is the reason the India has included the in the Marine Steward Council. What is this kind of Marine Steward Council? What is the duty they will do? Means it is purely recognizes and rewards the sustainable fishing practices and helps in creating a more sustainable seafood market. So that is very important. And the most important is the validity. The certificate is valid for the 5 years. Okay, the certificate is valid for the 5 years, and this certificate is going to be issued by the FAO, Food and Agriculture Organizations, Code of Conduct for Responsible Fishing, and the guidelines for the eco-labeling of fish and fishery products from the marine capturing fisheries. Okay, so that is a major thing in the Global Maritime Steward Council. Okay, this council was held in India this time. Okay, they are going to issue the certificates. The validity of the certificate is 5 years. Next topic is Emerging Science, Technology and Innovation Conclave, ESTIC. Emerging Science, Technology and the Innovation Council 2025. What is the old name of this thing? The government recently has changed the name from ISC, Indian Science Congress, to ESTIC, Emerging Science and Technology Innovation Conclave. Okay, the nomenclature of the Indian Science Congress was changed to Emerging Science, Technology and Innovation Conclave, ESTIC 2025. Okay, that you should remember. And this ESTIC was held in the New Delhi. Okay, the main motto of this program is the unified platform fosters strategic dialogue and synergy among stakeholders, aligning efforts with the vision of Vikasit Bharat at the rate 2047. They are mainly focusing on the emerging technology. So obviously you know what is emerging technology. Okay, what are the emerging technologies? Artificial intelligence, quantum computing, blockchain technology, okay, robotics, data sciences. So these are the, and even the chemical energy, so green hydrogen, renewable energy, geoengineering. So all this comes under the Emerging Science, Technology and Innovation Conclave. Okay, so these are all called as emerging technologies. So Indian Science Congress was changed to name of ESTIC. Okay, next our topic is INS Androth. Okay, INS means Indian Naval Services. Androth is the second anti-submarine warfare being commissioned by the Indian Navy. Commissioning is scheduled on 6th October 2025 at Naval Dockyard, Visakhapatnam. Okay, so this is INS Androth. This is one of the second anti-submarine warfare. Okay, so what is the meaning of anti-submarine warfare? You should understand the nomenclature. Okay, what is anti-submarine warfare? Anti-submarine warfare means the submarines in the sea, they are going inside the sea, they are going to fight. For example, there is a China submarine is there under the sea, there is an India submarine is there. So the Indian submarine, they wanted to attack the Chinese submarine. So that attacking submarines, we call it as a anti-submarine warfare. So that is nothing but INS Androth. Okay, so it is being commissioned by the Indian Navy on the at the Visakhapatnam place. Okay, so it has over 80% of indigenous components, aligning with India's push for self-reliance in the defense manufacturing. Okay, it is built by the Garden Reach Shipbuilders and Engineers, Calcutta. Okay, Garden Reach Shipbuilders. It is completely owned by the Directorate of Ship Production and Warship Overseeing Team. Okay, so this is the one thing. INS Androth. You can see the picture here. The INS Androth recently inaugurated. Okay, this is anti-submarine warfare.
Hello everyone. As you all know, Civil Services Prime Time is one of its kind initiative where we are teaching the students current affairs related to the particular subject one day at a time. అంటే ఒక వారంలో జరిగిన కరెంట్ అఫైర్స్ అన్ని ఒక సబ్జెక్ట్ కి సంబంధించి మేము ఒక రోజులో చెప్తున్నాం. సో దిస్ ఈజ్ ఆల్ బికాస్ ఆఫ్ ద రివర్స్ ఇంజనీరింగ్ టెక్నిక్. బికాస్ మీరు ప్రతి వీడియో చూసినట్టయితే ఎండ్ లో ప్రీవియస్ ఇయర్ క్వశ్చన్స్ ప్రిలిమ్స్ చేస్తున్నాము, అలాగే ఒక క్వశ్చన్ మెయిన్స్ చేస్తున్నాం. సో ఇన్ ఆర్డర్ టు గెట్ డైలీ అప్డేట్స్ అట్ 7 o'clock షార్ప్ యాజ్ వీఆర్ డూయింగ్ ఇట్, సబ్స్క్రైబ్ చేసుకోండి, అలాగే బెల్ కూడా క్లిక్ చేయండి. సో దట్ 7 o'clock కి మీకు ఇమీడియట్ గా నోటిఫికేషన్ వస్తుంది.
Samakka Sarakka Central Tribal University. This is a new logo you can see here. Okay, so why it is in news? Very important. Samakka Sarakka Tribal University. It is located in the Mulugu district of Telangana state. Okay, it is district Mulugu district in Telangana. The festival officially recognized by the state government in the year 1996. Okay, the Koya subtribe of the tribals. You know the tribal, there are a lot of tribal communities are there in Telangana. Okay, Koya, Gond, okay, Kondareddy, Kondadora, Chenchu. So different kind of tribal communities are there. From them, Koya subtribe of tribal community will be having the key role in the organizing the tribal fair. Okay, so this is nothing but a Medaram Samakka Saralamma Jatara, which is going to held biennial. Okay, for every 2 years this fair is going to organize. Okay, so additional info here is Prataparudra 1. Rudradeva is also called a Rudradeva in the Kakatiya rule, where there is a battle was happened between Kakatiyas and the Pulavasa dynasty, which led to the battle and two ferocious women who led their struggle and sacrifices. So those two ladies are called as today Samakka and Saralamma. Those two persons are the mother and the daughter. Okay, don't confuse, they are not sisters, they are mother and the daughter. So on behalf of their name, the Central Tribal University, Samakka Sarakka Central Tribal University logo was inaugurated. Okay, so you can see here logo which consists of the Samakka Saralamma, those pillars, and this horns are nothing but a tribal symbol. Okay, so this is about this thing. So what are swell waves? This is very important. Okay, swell waves you can see in the news, in the Sri Lanka you can see these kind of a swell waves are there. Okay, so what are swell waves? So obviously you know the difference between a tide and the wave. So what is the difference? Tides are generated by the waves itself, but what are waves? Waves are nothing but those are body waves. Okay, the surface waves which are generated through their motion of the speed, that is nothing but waves. Okay, so you can look at the waves. There are two types of waves are there, wind waves and the swell waves. So when you look at the ocean, the entire oceans, particularly the Indian Ocean, plays a very very crucial role in changing the climate of the India. Okay, the climate can alter, the climate change in India can be altered into different manner, and the main important role played by in that thing is nothing but a Indian Ocean. Okay, so when you look at in the oceans, we have two different kind of waves are there. One is wind waves and the another is swell waves. So wind waves are generated by the immediate local wind. They are not self-sustaining and will die out when the wind stops. Until and unless the air comes, these wind waves you can see from your naked eye, but you can't see the waves of swell waves. Swell waves are the undercurrents, are sustaining and generated by energy beneath the ocean surface, no longer needing the local wind. So under the sea only, they are some of the waves are going to generate, and those waves are called as swell waves. So these swell waves are very responsible to make the balance of the climate change. Okay, so here you can see the swell waves are the long wavelength surface waves generated by the distant wind systems, often storms far from the coast. Okay, so you cannot see nearby naked eye. That's what I have said you. Okay, the most important here is they are uniform and regular and locally generated wind waves, travels hundreds or thousands of the kilometers. These waves are going to travel from thousands of the kilometers. Okay, the main role of these waves are coastal erosion, navigation, and the surface forecasting. So that is very important. The navigation will be very easy. How the ships are going to move in the seas and oceans? The very huge containers are going to move in the oceans. What is the reason? Of course, there may be a Bernoulli's or a Pascal principle, but the motion of the waves, they are going to push the vehicle to the forward. Okay, so that is the reason the swell waves plays a very crucial role. Okay, the swell waves helpful for the navigation, and it is also play a key role in the coastal erosion and surface forecasting. So swell waves are the underneath waves, and wind waves are the upper waves where you can see. These are the sea waves. But when you come on to the land, the earthquake waves are different. P waves, S waves, okay, body waves, surface waves. So they are different kind of waves you can see on the earth. And the most important is you can see in the October 7th and 8th, the Sri Lanka, centrally located in the northern Indian Ocean, which is a physical barrier to some wave energy, especially during the southwest monsoon and the swell events. Okay, so the swelling of the waves you can see in the Sri Lanka region. Okay, Sri Lanka creates a wave shadow effect, okay, on India's southeast coast, reducing swell energy reaching parts of the mainland. Okay, so what is happening here means the swells, just now we have discussed the waves which are traveling under the sea, they are also coming from Sri Lanka to the India. But what Sri Lanka is doing, Sri Lanka is creating a wave shadow effect on India's southeasternmost state, particularly Tamil Nadu, reducing swell energy reaching parts of the mainland. So what happens ultimately? Coastal erosion may increase, sediment transportations may increase to Coromandel coast, Palk Strait, and the Gulf of Mannar. So Sri Lanka, it is acting like a physical barrier. Okay, either it may be positive or negative. Sri Lanka is acting like a physical barrier. Okay, and this is the next our topic is withdrawal of southwest monsoons from the country. Okay, so what are the main things here? Withdrawal of southwest monsoon. So when southwest monsoon season starts from June to September, okay, from June 1st to September 30, we will be having the southwest monsoon season. From October 1st to January 30, we will be having the northeast monsoon season. Okay, in the local language we call it as a Kharif, and in the northeastern monsoon we call it as a Rabi season. Okay, in Telugu we call it as Yasangi and the Vana Kalam. Okay, in June to September 30 you can call it as a southwest monsoon. So here the withdrawal of southwest monsoon is very important. Okay, so the arrival and withdrawal. So we have a three types are there: arrival of the monsoon, rain bearing system, okay, and the second time is the breakdown of the rains, okay, and the fourth is withdrawal of the southwest monsoon season. So when you look at the rain bearing system of an India, it's very interesting. Okay, there is a pre-monsoon rainfall will be occurring in the summer. Okay, and after that in the June you will be having the monsoonal rainfalls. There you can also have some cyclonic rainfalls also can occur in the month of June, July, and even in the September or October. A huge cyclonic rains you can affect. Later on what happens? Again the rains all of a sudden they are going to stop. Okay, suddenly a sunny day, okay, long nights with huge sunny day you can observe in the month of October, and later on again the withdrawal of northeast monsoon, and that's how the rain bearing system will have the huge effect on the India's tropical climate system. Okay, so here you can see the withdrawal of the southwest monsoon system. Okay, so first slowly on June 1st they are going to attack the Kerala. Okay, here also they are going to attack the Myanmar Arakan hills. Finally they are going to give the rains to the entire eastern coast of the India and entire western coast of India, from slowly Kerala, Karnataka, Maharashtra, and like this. By the end of the September they are going to reach to the Himachal Pradesh, Punjab plains. Okay, this is arrival of monsoon. Again the withdrawal of monsoon starts from north to south. Here you can see the withdrawal of southwest monsoon. You can see from September 1st, again from Punjab, Himachal, Punjab, okay, central India. Finally you are coming to South India, and here finally the southwest monsoons are going to withdraw nearby October 2nd week. Okay, so this is regarding the withdrawal of the southwest monsoon season. Okay, the rainfall, the questions regarding the rainfall are asking simultaneously in the examinations. You try to understand the concept of the rainfalls. Okay, rain bearing system, what is upper air circulation, what are jet streams, okay, what are the forty system, what are the different kind of precipitations. You try to understand the concept of the southwest monsoon season. Okay, next important news is Damodar river. Damodar river, obviously you know, Damodar river is located in the West Bengal region. Okay, Damodar river flows through the states of Jharkhand and West Bengal, and it is also called as Sorrow of Bengal. Okay, what is Sorrow of Bihar? Sorrow of Bihar is Kosi. Sorrow of Bengal is Damodar river. Okay, so it originates in the Palau hills in Chota Nagpur in Jharkhand. Okay, it is situated on the project is operated by the Damodar Valley Corporation, and undertaking of the Indian government, established in the 1948. Okay, so what happened here is Damodar river, you can see some of the floods that have occurred in the West Bengal because of the heavy lifting of the gates of the Damodar Valley Corporation. So that is the reason there was a heavy floods in the West Bengal in the recent time. Okay, Damodar river, some of the important points are, it is going to rise in the Jharkhand region in the Chota Nagpur plateau, and it is going to drain in the again in the Bay of Bengal. Okay, next is Tikir and the Siddhi tribe. So these two tribes are in the news because the Tikir tribe, they are situated in the Nagaland. Siddhi tribe, they are situated in the places of Gujarat, Maharashtra, Telangana, and the Karnataka. Okay, the central India and even the Deccan region, you can go through the you can come about the Tikir and Siddhi tribes. Okay, so Tikir tribe is one of the indigenous Naga tribes found in the northeastern India. Okay, so what is the main important of this Tikir tribe is they officially included in the census in 2011. Before 2011 they are completely indigenous. They completely they are nowhere else in the list in the population of India. But Tikir tribe, they have entered into the population of India as directly registered in the 2011 census. Okay, the language of this Tikir tribe is the Naga Yumchungru. Okay, these kind of languages are the part of the Tibetan Burman language family. Okay, Tikirs, basically they are the agricultural community whose livelihood depends on agricultural cultivation. Okay, their main religion is there, they are going to follow the Christianity. Okay, this is nothing but about the Tikir tribe which are located in the Nagaland. Next is Siddhi tribe. Siddhi community is a Indo-African tribal community that descends from the Bantu community of Africa. So these are the African tribal community. The Siddhi community is the African tribal community where you can see they came from the Africa. They migrated basically from Madagascar, Nigeria, their ancestors. So these Siddhi tribe, they came to the central India, particularly in Gujarat, Maharashtra, and they are also living in the Karnataka and the Telangana state. So what is the importance of the Siddhis means they are included in the central list of particularly vulnerable tribal groups. Okay, how many PBTGs are there in India? There are almost 78 PBTGs are there in India. Okay, occupation is traditional dependence on agriculture, forest produce, and the manual labor. Okay, so you can see the picture here. These people are the Siddhi tribe. They came from the African community. Okay, they are completely migrants from the African continent, and they may ask you regarding the these people also. Okay, Rohingyas who came from the migrated from the Myanmar. Okay, and these people are the Tikir tribe. These people are Tikir tribe. You can see their lifestyle and the livelihood in the Nagaland region. Next important news in this week is Migla Pass. Important thing is Migla Pass. So you can see the lot of passes are there in the Kashmir. Okay, Kardungla Pass, Jojilla Pass, okay, Banihal Pass, Pirpanjal Range. So different kind of passes you can see while you are passing from the Srinagar to the Jammu. Okay, so exactly in the same way in the Ladakh, Mingla Pass is located in the Ladakh region. The project Himank of BRO, Border Road Organization, has constructed the world's highest motorable road at Mingla Pass, 19,400 feet above sea level in the Ladakh. Mingla Pass is located on the Changtang Plateau in the Ladakh. Okay, Changtang Plateau in the Ladakh. So in the Ladakh you can see the project Himank. There is a project name called as Project Himank, which was started by the BRO, Border Road Organization, which is under the Department of Roads and Construction, like Defense Ministry. Which ministry comes under the BRO? BRO comes under the Ministry of Defense. Okay, Ministry of Defense, dealing with the border road organizations. Okay, the name of this thing is Project Himank. Okay, has constructed the world's highest motorable road at Mingla Pass, which is located in the west, complete east part of the Ladakh region. Okay, next comes under the Cocos Island. Okay, Myanmar has assured that India that there is no Chinese presence at the Cocos Island in the Bay of Bengal. That is the main news. Why it is in news means recently the Myanmar has assured India that there is no Chinese presence at Cocos Island in the Bay of Bengal. So when you can see in this picture, you can see the Cocos Island. Okay, Cocos Island, they are going to divide or they are going to differentiate from the India to the Southeast Asian regions. Okay, so they are a small group of islands located in the Bay of Bengal. That is nothing but a Cocos Island only. Okay, so some geologists say that it is extended divisions of the Arakan Mountains or Rakhine Mountains submerges as a chain of islands in the Bay of Bengal. Okay, so they are a part of same topography as India's Andaman and Nicobar Islands. What is Andaman and Nicobar Islands? Do you know that? There is a chain system from Himalayan region. What is the shape of Himalayas? They are the arc shape. So from Kashmir to Arunachal Pradesh, there will be an arc. Again, it is going to bend down from Arunachal to the Mizoram, and it went into the downwards into the sea. So that is the reason the Andaman Nicobar Islands, they are also the continuous chain of the Himalayas only. So that is the beauty of the geography. So in the Cocos Islands are also, they are claiming that they are the extension of the Rakhine Mountains, which are located in the Myanmar country. Okay, Arakan Mountains or Rakhine Mountains, which are part of the Myanmar country. They are also claiming that these are the extensions of the Arakan Mountains and which have stretched into the Bay of Bengal. So that is nothing but a Cocos Island. China playing a very, very crucial role in these area, particularly in this area. They are playing a very, very crucial role. They may ask you in the geography regarding these islands. Okay, Digo Gracia Island, okay, Chagos Archipelago. They will be asking you from top to bottom. Madagascar, Mauritius, Maldives, Mauritius, Seychelles, Madagascar and Chagos Island. So arrange from north to south, south to north. So these kind of questions they may ask you. So you be very intense while they are asking these kind of questions. Okay, they will be asking Digo Gracia. Okay, Digo Gracia is a part of India's island. Okay, Chagos Archipelago. Okay, next is celestial phenomenon. You can see. So there is a rare celestial phenomenon has occurred in the October 9, 2025. That is nothing but a supermoon illuminated the skyline around the world. What is supermoon? Supermoon occurs when a full moon or a new moon coincides with the perigee of moon's closest approach to the earth in its elliptical orbit. What is perigee here? We have two types of anonymies are there. One is perigee, one is apogee. One is perihelion and another one is ephelion. What is perihelion? Sun comes nearer to the earth. That is called as perihelion. What is aphelion? Sun is going from far away from the earth. That is nothing but a Ephelion. Okay, exactly. Perigi, epogi. It relates to the moon. It relates to the moon and the earth. So supermoon occurs when there is a full moon. Full moon means obviously it will be in a round shape. So when the moon itself comes nearer to the earth, what happens? It becomes a super moon, like a very big moon we can see. The moon is same size, but for our naked eye, we are going to see in a very big projector rather than the general normal full moon. So that is nothing but a super moon is there. So this is celestial phenomena. Okay. When the moon is nearer its perigee, it's also directly opposite to the sun. The full moon appears about 14% larger and 30% brighter there when it is the farthest position. Okay, so the supermoon was coined by the astrologer Richard Nolle in 1979. Supermoons influence the tides, creating perihelion spring tides. So you can see in this picture complete moon. Okay, supermoon. This is nothing but. Next is in the news is Subanasri river. We came through Damodar river and Subanasri. Now we are going to Subanasri river. Okay. So why it is in news means recently some different kind of tribes in the Arunachal Pradesh, they have protested in the Arunachal Pradesh against the proposed 2000 megawatt Subanasri upper hydroelectric power project. Okay, so it is a 1800 megawatt of hydro power project. So basically Subanasri river basins in Arunachal Pradesh, they have opposed the Subanasri upper hydro power project. Okay. It's a trans-Himalayan river originating from the western part of Mount Porum in Tibetan Himalayan. It is also called as a golden river. Subanasri river is famous for its gold rust. Okay. So these are the topics. Then you can see here Arunachal Pradesh is there. So this entire region we call it as a Brahmaputra river. Okay, Brahmaputra, Sangpo. There is a place near Sangpo which is going to take U-turn and this enters into the India. Okay. So here you can see the Subanasri river is there, which is the complete western part of the Arunachal Pradesh, North Lakhimpur place, where you can see the construction of the Subanasri upper hydroelectric power. Okay, so these are the places which are in the news in the geography from the last week. Okay, try to understand the topics. I'm going to explain you regarding the both the things, why it is in news, at the same time the core topic, that is nothing but a basic thing you should understand. Okay, when you understand the basic thing in the geography, it is easy to answer the current affair question without studying it. So that is one of the major plus point for the aspirants. Okay, understand, for example, there is a landslides question is there. When you know the concept in the landslides, you can easily answer the current affair. It doesn't mean that you should study the landslides current affair, because they will be giving in options. Where is a high landslide zoning in system in India means they will be giving Telangana, Andhra Pradesh, Tamil Nadu and West Bengal. If you know the concept, you can easily take the West Bengal without studying the current affairs. So that is the reason I am saying you that you try to understand the core concepts, particularly physical geography concept in the region. Okay, then it is very easy for you to take the geography answers. Okay, so this is about this topic today. If you have any doubts, you can ask me. Otherwise, we can wind up this session. Okay, thank you.
CivicCentre IAS is offering Telangana Group 1 Prelims cum Mains classes as well as Andhra Pradesh Group 1 Prelims cum Mains classes in English medium for a period of 8 to 10 months. This also covers the complete NCERT textbooks and statewide textbooks. So what are you waiting for? Learn through reverse engineering technique today. Admissions are in progress. Join now. Visit our website. Thank you.